Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Oh, hey, guys. I didn't see you spying on me there. I was just singing to myself. Let's learn some English. What does Jack mean? Today we're going to talk about 10 meanings of the word Jack. What does Jack mean in that song? Hit the road, Jack. I don't know. It's probably a name, right? Jack is it's a pretty common male name. Jack. Did you ever learn any English nursery rhymes when you were a kid? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Broke his crown. In that sense, Jack broke his crown. That means head. It means Jack broke his head. Okay, he broke his crown. Guys, nursery rhymes don't make sense. Okay, I don't know what nursery rhymes mean. Why were they going up the hill? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. I don't know. Or, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. Did you ever hear that one? Hey, have you ever read the story of Jack and the Beanstalk? I haven't read that story for probably almost 4 decades, guys. Jack and the Beanstalk. He has some beans. There's a boy named Jack, and he I don't know where he gets them from, but he gets some magic beans, and he plants those beans, and the beans grow into a massive beanstalk. I think he climbs up the beanstalk. There's a movie made about it. I watched that movie once. So, I don't know. Jack is just a common male name. Okay. Now, in that song, Hit the Road, that means leave on a trip. Okay. So, the road means highway here. Okay. It doesn't mean like a city road. It means the highway. Okay. So, you might say, oh it's getting late. Time to hit the road. Time to hit the road. Okay, that means you're going somewhere on the highway. You're not just going around city streets. Okay, so hit the road, Jack. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's someone telling Jack, get out of here, right? It might be a kind of a slang way to say, get out of my life. Hit the road. Leave on a trip. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. I don't know. Most native English speakers don't know the meaning of songs, guys. We know the words. I have never thought about the meaning of that song in my life. How about you? Do you know what that song means? I don't know. Hit the road. It means to leave on a trip, right? On the highway. All right, so like I said, we're going to talk about 10 meanings of the word Jack. Let's get started, guys. So the first meaning is to steal something. Did you know that? To jack. Okay, so this is a verb. It means to steal. Guys, are we recording? Yes, we are. Thank you so much for joining me in today's lesson. So look at these examples, okay? Someone jacked my car yesterday. That means someone stole your car yesterday. Okay, it's a slang way to say stole, or my car got jacked yesterday. That means your car got stolen. My car got stolen yesterday. It got jacked yesterday. Okay, well, look at this. Don't jack my idea. Okay, if imagine if I have a good idea about something. Say, hey, don't steal my idea. Don't jack my idea. Okay. Don't jack my popcorn while I'm in the can. Okay, imagine if you are watching a movie with your boyfriend? Boyfriend or girlfriend? Let me know. Do you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Do you ever watch movies and maybe you eat popcorn while you're watching the movie? And let's say you need to go to the can. That means bathroom. Okay? Bathroom is the normal word, but the slang word is can, right? So, you could tell your boyfriend, hey, don't jack my popcorn while I'm in the can. Okay? Here's another example. His music has been getting jacked since day one. Okay, day one means from the very beginning. Okay, so back when I was in high school, Eminem was a very famous rapper. He's a very famous musician. And, is he a musician? He doesn't really play music. He's an artist. He's a very famous artist. And all my classmates, not all of them, a lot of my classmates were burning CDs. Remember back in those days, you could burn CDs and get basically you're stealing music. Right? You're stealing music by burning the CDs. So you could say his music has been getting jacked since day one. So ever since he became famous, people have been they've been jacking his music. Okay? So did you know that? Let me know if you knew that meaning of the word jack. Well, here's another meaning. A jack is a kind of fish. It's the name of a fish. I'm not a fisherman, guys. I don't know anything about fish, but, I don't know. Yeah, I think it can maybe refer to several different kinds of fish. Don't quote me on that. So anyway, jack. You could say this. I caught a big jack. I caught a big jack yesterday while I was fishing. Okay. Here's another meaning. It means an electronic connector or port. Okay. So that's the jack. So look at this picture. All right. So here on this phone, that is the headphone jack. Okay. That hole there, that's the port, right? The port is the hole on the phone. So that's the headphone port, and that's the charging port. But usually people call this the headphone jack. But they also call this a headphone jack. Okay, so the jack could refer to this part or this part. Okay, now if you don't have a headphone jack on your phone, then you could buy a headphone to USB-C jack. Okay, so a lot of people have these. Yeah, it's called a headphone to USB-C jack. So if you want to buy one, just go on Amazon and search for headphone to USB-C jack, and you're going to get this. So this thing, it could be called a jack. So a jack is just anything to do with kind of a connection, right? So most phones don't have headphone jacks these days. Okay, there's a sample sentence for you. Does your phone have a headphone jack? Probably not, right? I haven't had a headphone jack on any of my phones for 2 or 3 years. Okay, or you could say, I bent my headphone jack. Okay, so that means the piece, right, it actually has been bent. The piece that goes into your phone, that has been bent. Okay, so jack could refer to this piece or that piece, right? Here's another meaning of jack. It's it's one of the playing cards in your deck of playing cards. So these are called playing cards. Okay, because you play different games like poker or whatever, different kinds of games with these cards, right? Well, this card is called the jack. Okay, so this is the jack of diamonds. This is the jack of clubs. This is the jack of hearts. And this is the jack of spades. Okay? So a normal deck of playing cards has 4 jacks. Four of everything, right? 4 queens, 4 kings, 4 aces, and 4 jacks, guys. Here's another meaning. He is jacked. That means big muscles. Okay, if someone is jacked, they have, really big, well-defined muscles. So in this meaning, it always has ed. Okay, he is jacked. Okay, so don't forget that part. So if his name is Jack, you could say Jack is jacked. Wow, Jack is jacked. Can women be jacked? Yeah, women could be jacked. What do you think? Are men attracted to women who are jacked? That could be a good conversation starter. If you're a woman, you could ask. You might ask your boyfriend. You could ask your boyfriend, "Hey, are men attracted to women who are jacked?" What's your answer, guys? Let me know your answer down in the comments. Are you attracted to jacked women? Here's another example. Jack of all trades. What does this mean? Okay, if someone is a jack of all trades, that means a person who can do many different types of work. Okay, trades means jobs here, okay? Just different kinds of work. I mean, let's say you can fix a car, right? You know how to fix a car. You know how to paint a house. You know how to start a business. You know how to fix this or that in your house, right? You're a jack of all trades. Okay, so this is what you're called. That's your title. It's a slang title for a person who knows how to do a lot of different things. Okay, a jack of all trades. Now, this term, jack of all trades, kind of has the idea that you can do many things, but you're not really an expert at any of them. Okay, so you might know how to fix a car, but you're not really an expert at it. You know how to start a business, but you're not really an expert. You know how to paint your house, but you're not a professional painter. Okay, so sometimes people say this: jack of all trades, master of none. Like usually, masters, if you're a master at something, you have to dedicate all your time on that trade, on that job, right? I don't know, like imagine if you are a doctor, your focus is for so many years, you're going to university, you're focusing on becoming a doctor. You don't really have the time to develop other skills in other areas, right? So, if you're a master of a trade, it might mean that you're not a jack of all trades. So usually people who can do a lot of different stuff, they might not be super good at one thing, right? Are you a jack of all trades, or are you a master of a certain trade? But what's interesting is that like I'm thinking of sports players right now. Usually people who are like the master of a sport are also really good at other sports too. They're like generally athletic. They're athletically gifted. If you're gifted, that means you're really skilled at something. So like I think, let's say the top tennis players, like Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, they are like the masters of their game. But if you were to, watch them play other sports, like soccer or basketball or hockey or anything, they would probably be really good at those sports too, right? So I don't know, but this kind of trades means like normal jobs, just daily life things, fixing this, building this, doing this or that. Okay, So let me know if you are a jack of all trades. Okay, so this is a jack. This tool that you have in your car, it's a jack. Okay, so jack, well, this is a noun. This thing is called a jack. But jack is also a verb, to jack up something. Okay, so look at this sentence. I used the jack to jack up my vehicle. Okay, so here's the noun, here's the verb. I used the jack to jack up my vehicle. So if you have a flat tire, you need to get the jack out of your car. It's going to be somewhere in your car. You know, it might be like something you kind of have to turn like that, or maybe you pump it up like that, or whatever the case is. You need to jack up your car in order to take the wheel off, right? And then you put a new tire on there. So what's the next word? Well, it's jack, guys. This whole lesson is about the word jack, but this flag is called the Union Jack. So this is the British. This is the flag of the United Kingdom, right? The UK. The British. Guys, England. The UK is a confusing place. There's a few different countries in the UK. There's Scotland, England, Wales, and North Ireland, I think. Right? And is that the UK? The UK and North Ireland. I don't know, guys. That's a confusing place. So this is the flag of the UK, I think, or it's the British. Because I know Wales has it. The Welsh flag has a dragon on it. The Scottish flag it's blue and white, I think, right? It's like blue with a white kind of an X, I think, going through it. So Scotland and Wales have their own flags. But I think this is also their flag. Guys, let me know if you're an expert on this stuff. But anyway, this particular flag is called the Union Jack. Okay, so that's the name of this flag. I don't know why. If you know why, let me know in the comments. Why Jack? Why Union? Beats me. Because see, guys, the England... So, you know when you watch the World Cup? Soccer, World Cup soccer. So when you see England, let's say England is playing Wales, right? They're considered two separate countries in the World Cup. And then the English flag is just white and red. Okay, so England doesn't use this flag. Neither does Wales or Scotland. So I think this is the Britain. What does the word Britain mean? Great Britain. I think Great Britain is England, Wales, and Scotland, and North Ireland. Is it? I think. Let me know. But anyway, I think this Union Jack flag covers multiple countries. In fact, I know it does. It covers multiple. So I think this is the flag of Great Britain, which I think Great Britain is another name for the United Kingdom. So United Kingdom. Maybe that's why it's called the Union Jack. I don't know, guys. Man, that's confusing stuff. Here's another jackfruit. Okay, this kind of fruit, they're big. They're huge fruits. They're called jackfruit. I think I tried it once in Thailand. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I like it or not. I think I had it once. Have you had it before? Anyway, it's called jackfruit. Here's another example of jack. This kind of an animal is called a jackrabbit. I have no idea why. Why does it have the name Jack? Beats me. But one thing I do know is that jackrabbits are one of the fastest animals in the world. Okay, one of the fastest land animals. I think the fastest animals in the world are sea creatures. Like I think some of the fish. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Fish or birds are the fastest. I think. Like I think maybe like the swordfish. They're just fast fish. And then the falcon. I think the peregrine falcon is the fastest bird. I think it's the fastest bird. When they're diving, I think it's like maybe 200 kilometers an hour, maybe 300 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure. These rabbits are one of the fastest land animals. Okay, so if we distinguish between, land animals, sea creatures, and birds, air creatures, I don't know what they're called, sky creatures. The reason I don't just call them birds is because there's a kind of animal called a bat. They're weird looking. They're like little dogs that fly around in the sky at night. Like little dogs. Have you ever seen a bat? They're weird looking creatures. They look creepy. They're not birds. They're mammals, guys. They're mammals. They give birth to live young. Young means babies. Bats give birth to live young, not eggs. They give birth to little baby bats. Man, they're creepy looking creatures, bats. But anyway, jackrabbits are one of the fastest land animals. They can run about 70 kilometers an hour. Okay, I mean, imagine you're driving on the highway, full speed. Like the speed limit on most highways here in Canada is 100 kilometers an hour. So when you're going 100 kilometers an hour, I mean, that's fast. These can run 70 kilometers an hour. And so cheetahs, I think cheetahs are faster. I think cheetahs can run about maybe 100 kilometers an hour. But the thing is, a cheetah would never be able to catch a jackrabbit because jackrabbits, they're just crazy. They can literally be running 70 kilometers an hour like this. Then suddenly they change direction and they're going that way. Like cheetahs would never be able to change direction that quickly. So I don't think it's possible for any animal in the world to catch one of these guys. Like I've tried to catch them in Calgary in some of my videos, maybe I've run after them. I can't think of any animal that would be able to catch these. But maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe if a rabbit gets lazy or if it's sick or something, then maybe it's possible. But a healthy jackrabbit, I think, would be impossible to catch. Maybe a falcon, I'm thinking, because I don't know if I'm not sure if their eyes can see up for a falcon. I'm sure their biggest concern would be aerial attacks. Aerial means from the sky. Aerial attacks. So falcons or eagles or, those kind of like hunting birds, they could probably catch a jackrabbit. If it would come like from behind, grab it and fly up. Yeah, well, okay. So they're not invincible. Invincible means you can't be hurt. So the jackrabbits are not invincible, but I don't think there's any land animal that would be able to catch these guys. So guys, there you have it, the different meanings of jack. Now, we could put some of them into the same sentence. Okay, so look at this sentence. A jacked guy named Jack jacked my jack while I was jacking up my car with the jack. Okay, so what do you think this sentence means? Okay, I'll read it slowly. Try to imagine what it could mean. A jacked guy named Jack jacked my jack while I was jacking up my car with the jack. Okay, well, this first one, it only has one possible meaning, and that is muscular. A guy with big muscles named Jack. He jacked. That means he stole. He jacked my Jack. What's this? He stole what? Well, it could mean fish. Okay, he stole your fish while you were busy working on your car. You were jacking up your car, right? And maybe you had your fish inside your car and you weren't looking, and then this big muscular guy named Jack, he came and he jacked your fish. He stole your fish. He jacked your Jack while I was jacking up my car with the jack. Does that make sense? So yeah, it probably means fish here, but it could mean maybe your playing card. Imagine you have your playing cards and you have a jack on your car, in your car somewhere, and then maybe he stole a playing card. But why would he want to steal a playing card? I don't know. It probably makes more sense to think of it as a fish. Or maybe it means this kind of jack. So maybe your car has two jacks. One jack is in the car. It's not a time for balloons, guys. We're talking about stealing things. Are you excited about stealing things? I hope not. So maybe you have a jack in the car and you're using a jack to jack up your car. Well, in that case, he stole your jack, right? He stole that. He stole your second jack. Anyway, there you have it, guys. Jack. Okay, so let's do some homework. I want you to make a sentence with Jack. Choose any meaning of what we talked about, or you can choose more than one meaning and put them all into one sentence. I look forward to reading your homework, guys. Hope you're doing great today. As always, I love you so much. Hope you're staying safe, healthy, and happy. And as always, I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.